Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James had a moment last week at a Lakers game where LeBron confronted Mr. Stephen A. Smith after Smith had been critical of Bronny James being drafted and that it was a byproduct of LeBron James's success and position in the league. After the short confrontation where James told him not to talk about his son, keep my son's name out of your mouth, I think was one of the more direct quotes. Smith came out afterwards and said, "That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son."
Stephen A. Smith is a bitch.
Go on, Jim.
Like, what do you mean he's a father? You have a job to do. Like, Bronny is a player. I don't care.
But he's
Like-
directly attacking him, like saying he's only here because you're his dad. So he's calling out the fathership part of it.
I don't care.
Well, boo-hoo.
Stephen A. Smith said the only reason Bronny got drafted by the Lakers is because LeBron James is his father. Look at the stats. He's not blown it up in the G League. They could have got a number of players that were better talents in that round than Bronny James.
Yeah.
So
Tell me where he was
LeBron's
lying.
LeBron's only butthurt because somebody on a microphone said it.
I mean, tell me where it was a lie.
Are you,
And
are
now
you asking? Alex?
anyone, the general public. And then he walks it back because, he came at me like he was as a
I
father.
don't think it's a lie.
Stephen A. Smith was probably one of the few journalists out there that I kind of was like, well, the man tells the truth. Like, he at least keeps it real. And then the King of Kings came out and was like, "You've touched a nerve. Stop it." And Stephen A. Smith took a knee to the king. And if that's what we're doing, I don't consider him a journalist anymore.
Smith did later say, "I also get paid to call it like I see it, and what I said at the time, I stand by what I said. And when you're raised as a journalist professionally, you don't want enemies, but you ain't paid to make friends." I feel like he's just speaking out of both sides of his mouth.
Right. Now you have lost credibility. So you suck. And Charles Barkley's the only real one in the media.
Charles Barkley, even Shaq at this point. Shaq has reason to care because he's got all these other business interests. I think Chuck's just Chuck at all times.
He's the only one that keeps it real.
24/7, much to the dismay of some people on the set with him at times, but indeed he does.
I'll by proxy into the Stephen A. Smith Lakers. Did you see where Chuck was like, everybody's talking about how the Lakers have this run and it's so great. The only reason we care about it is because the network we're going to just keeps talking about it. Nobody's talking about Cleveland. And look at the run they've been on. They've won 12. But we're sitting there talking about the Lakers and how they've won 8 or 9. What about Cleveland? Oh, the other network we're about to go to doesn't really care about that. They only care about the Lakers. That's more to the point of like LeBron, the Lakers, Bronny. This whole story is a story because they need it to be.